We are halfway through the year and you are still starting over. 6 months. That's how long you've had to get serious. And yet you are still restarting the same habits, rewriting the same goals, replaying the same excuses like they haven't expired.
I'm at a point on my journey where I am making decisions for my happiness that don't make sense to anybody else around me.
If you just put your head down for 6 months to a year, your life will look drastically different, okay? I am proof of that. Proof of concept. It works, right? A year ago, I wasn't taking 2-week trips to Miami in the middle of the week just because I feel like it or I need a place to creatively, get away to so I can do business, right? So I say that to say that I decided to take trading serious, right? I locked in. I wasn't lukewarm about it. I made a decision that I was gonna figure it out no matter what, no matter how many losses, no matter how much money I lost, no matter how hard it might have got at times. I wasn't gonna stop. I haven't stopped. I'm still going. And look at me. Look at me. Look where I'm at. Look.
I want you to give yourself 6 months. 6 months of setting out on this journey to find and discover who you are beyond what everybody else is trying to get you to do and believe. I want you to take 6 months and write down all of your goals, all of your dreams, your ambitions, the wildest things you've ever dreamed of. Write them down and take action and figure out steps that you would need to do in order to get there. I want you to stop rushing out the door anytime somebody calls you because they need something. I want you to focus on yourself and setting those boundaries and knowing that you have the power to say no. And on this journey, you're going to run into roadblocks that are going to cause you to make a decision. And I need you to choose yourself. On the days that everybody is asking something from you, I need you to be able to have the power to say, I'm sorry, but I can't today. I'm sorry, but that's not going to work for me today. I had plans, because you have plans of creating a life that you desire, that you deserve, that you need. It's going to be hard. It's going to get lonely. It's going to feel like everybody's turning their back on you, and you're going to want to run back out to give everybody what they desire, what they need, because you're a people pleaser and that's just what you do. But I need you to not. I need you to love and trust yourself enough that knowing that on this journey, it's going to be a wild ride, but it is going to be a beautiful one that you created, one that you're passionate about. 6 months to change your life, 6 months to change the way that you see yourself and the way that you allow others to see you. This is a journey that is a roller coaster, but I promise you it is the most beautiful journey that you will ever go on, is the one to discover who you are, the one to discover the love that you have for yourself and the love that you have to share with this world. 6 months, that's all it takes.
So I am on a mission to completely transform my life in the next 6 months because I cannot live like this anymore. That sounded dramatic and intense, but I'm being so serious. I'm 29. I'll be 30 in 6 months. Better yet, I'll have gone through a whole nother year of my life. In the next 6 months, we'll be in 2024, and I will have been living the same way I have for the last 29 years. And it's fucking over with, guys. I'm not doing it. I'm sure you're asking, what's the problem right now? I'm not living in my purpose. I'm not really even sure I'm living, but I go through my days each day. I survive, I get up, I work out, I go to work. Sometimes I find some enjoyment through that. I try to romanticize it, but I know for a fact this 9-to-5 job that I have is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. God knows what I'm supposed to be doing. And y'all on TikTok told me to be delusional. That starts today, okay? So how will I change my life? I don't know. Not 100% sure, but I know what I won't do. So, and just kind of brainstorming here. I'll start off with saying yes to everything, even the things that scare me, like pitching myself to work at new studios or gyms, or contacting brands, or better yet, replying to the brands that are in my email that I'm too scared to reply to. Number 2, I'm gonna walk, think, eat, breathe, and act like I am that girl. And what is that girl to me? Oh, She is living the healthiest, happiest life she can ever imagine. Her life is so colorful, so vibrant. She pours life into other people. She does things that she enjoys. She has hobbies. She's a full-time content creator and part-time Pilates instructor and part-time yoga teacher. And she works at community centers. And she reads books for fun, yeah. And when she's not reading, she's mentoring other little Black girls who love to read. That's the kind of life. That's what I'm talking about. This is just me. This is just my reset. You do your reset how you want. And I think what kicked me into high gear was rewatching Insecure. I'm on season 2 right now, but rewatching and realizing that when season 1 starts, they're 29, like me. And 5 years later, the transition in their lives, emotionally, physically, related to their jobs, related to their interpersonal relationships, are a complete 180. And 29-year-old Issa wouldn't have ever imagined that she could be where she was at 34, 35 when Insecure ended. So I'm about to flip my life upside down because that's what I deserve. And this right here, what I got going on this computer, all of this, even the mindset is no longer working out, and it's time to make a change. I'll keep you posted. Pray for me, y'all. I'm so serious.
I used to date a guy whose life motto was, your entire life can change in a year. It was saved as his phone background. He had it all over his Instagram. He would say it at random times until one day I was like, what does this mean? So then he starts to tell me about how 2 years before we met, he was living on his mom's couch. He had just gotten kicked out of school, and he was working a job at a nightclub that he really, really hated. But somehow he had come across this video on Instagram that had said, like, your life can change in a year, and he just started to change his life entirely. So he ended up going back to school. He was winning all these awards. He was being recruited by, like, all these different jobs, and after that, he was like, I'm doing this. But when he told me this story, I immediately was like, I'm way smarter than this guy. Like, if he can do it, I can definitely do it. So I got to work. At the time, I had crippling anxiety, so I started to go to therapy. There were also a lot of people in my life that weren't serving me, so I got rid of them, including him. And I really started to go after the things I wanted in my career. And 1 year later, my life looked completely different. And ever since then, I decided that I wasn't gonna let life happen to me. I was gonna make life happen. That conversation happened maybe it was 4 years ago. And at this point, my life has changed so many times that I'm completely unrecognizable. So if you really want to start living the life of your dreams, know that it is completely possible and that your life can totally change in just a year.
A little birdie told me that you want to disappear and come back in 5 months and be the best version of yourself and show everyone who you are. Let me show you how. Disclaimer, this is not going to be easy. But if you want something in life, you got to work towards it. Number 1 is fix your physical health. Do basic exercises. I don't want to hear the buts, the what ifs, the I can't, I don't have enough time. Those are just excuses. Set aside 30 minutes a day to be active. Do what you love, just show up for yourself. Walk 7,000 steps a day. Do basic exercises. You do not need weights to do this. Your body weight is enough. Number 2, fix your mind. Start reading more books about how to elevate yourself as a person, whether that's through self-help books, creative outlet books, anything that has to do with finances. Start doing that for yourself. Also, get in touch with your creative side. We all have one. Let's do that and start journaling as well. Let's put everything, all our thoughts, all our manifestations into paper. I promise you, it is very impactful. 3, fix your metabolic health. Start eating more intuitively. Listen to your body. If it's hungry, eat. If it's not, do not overeat, okay? I know this may be hard for some people because past experiences, but it's really important to understand what you're putting in your body. So listen to it more. And on that note, drink lots of water. It is very important. Your skin needs it. It's for your health. There's no excuse. Number 4, regulate your emotions. Start to meditate, become more mindful, make peace with your past, and honestly, stop taking things personally. 5, develop a skill. Take 60 minutes a day to focus on that skill. Learn it. If you can do that, you can essentially use it to create passive income in the future if that's what you were looking for. If you don't want to use this as a money-making opportunity, not a problem. See it more as you developing and exercising your mind. Now, those are all the steps. Are you ready to transform yourself? I know I am.
I'm 54, so you know I don't care about hurting your feelings. We are halfway through the year and you are still starting over. 6 months. That's how long you've had to get serious. And yet you are still restarting the same habits, rewriting the same goals, replaying the same excuses like they haven't expired. You keep saying, this is my year. But let's be real. You've spent more time scrolling than showing up. You've done more talking than tracking. You have completely romanticized the change, but you haven't earned it. You don't need another reset. You need discipline that lasts longer than your mood. You don't need more signs. You don't need another podcast episode. You don't need one more mental health day that turns into 2 weeks of self-sabotage. You need to move because the version of you that has the money, the discipline, the freedom, the peace, that version lives on the other side of the effort you've been avoiding. That next level is not going to reward you for trying. It's going to come after the reps, after the effort, after the consistency, after the days when you didn't feel like it, but you did it anyway. You keep saying you're overwhelmed, but you still have time for distractions. You still have the energy to binge shows, overthink texts, and scroll past the life you say you want. At some point, it's not burnout. It's avoidance. It's you standing in your own way. So if the first 6 months were chaos, fine. Let the next 6 be discipline. Let the next 6 be the season you stop ghosting your potential. Because no one is coming to force you to change. You have to choose that every day, quietly, relentlessly. Wishing season is over. Work season is here. Lock in. Hope that helps.
Commit to yourself for 6 months. Commit to doing it for nobody else but yourself. Go MIA. Stop showing everybody every turn you make, every choice you make, and start just making them. Make moves privately, and you're gonna see your life transform. You owe it to yourself to give yourself that shot of changing your trajectory for the next year. So do it today. Make the choice. Wake up earlier. Go on a walk. Go to the gym. Start that new career path. Start that podcast. Buy the supplies you need. Do whatever you need to do to take that step today. And commit.
This is for you if you're ready to change your life in the next 6 months. I'm not talking to anybody else. If you want to keep living your life the way that you are, by all means, do your thing. I'm not talking to you. Keep scrolling. Everybody else who stayed, listen up. If you saw my 6-month message video, then you know what I'm talking about. You know that the next 6 months of your life is about to be better than the last 6 years. But this is the thing that goes with that. You have to take that message and run with it. Okay? You have to take aligned action. And so I want to share with you some of the ways that I'm going to prepare for the blessings that are coming in the next 6 months. Because this is the thing, is that if you want a windfall of blessings, you have to be prepared for the responsibility of those blessings. Okay? Okay. So for the first thing that we need to do is commit our plans to the Lord. You need to make sure that you write down, make it plain, Habakkuk 2:2, make it plain to the Lord and commit your plans to Him. That's Proverbs 16:3 talks about this. This is the Amplified version. It says, commit your work to the Lord, submit and trust them to Him, and your plans will succeed if you respond to His will and guidance. That means that we always have to stay grounded in His word. We always have to stay grounded in who He is and who we are to Him, understanding that you are a woman of God, that you are His daughter, that you have a Father in heaven who wants to see you win, who wants to see you succeed, but He wants you to be in close relationship with Him the whole time. Because the thing is when God blesses you the way that He's about to bless you, it's for His glory and for His kingdom. Don't forget that, because we can get into this mode, especially when we're looking at worldly things, where we're like, oh, I want to be successful. I want the Lambo. Do you really want a Lamborghini? Do you really actually want a Lamborghini? Or have you been programmed to want that because that's what you see all over your FYP or your Explore page? right? Or do you actually just want to live a life of freedom? Do you want to be able to swipe your card and not have to check your bank balance? Do you want to be able to go visit your family and take time off and genuinely spend time with your family without having to worry about everything else that's going on? Do you want to be able to give and give freely and give without expectation and give without feeling like you gave the last that you had and now you are in a bad position? Those are the things that you really want to think about and really commit those to the Lord and tell him, Lord, this is really what I want. This is actually the life that I want to live. The next thing is you want to take aligned action. You want to take aligned action. This means that you are aligning your life, aligning your every decision with what you committed to the Lord that you wanted, with what you said that you wanted. You're committing to the Lord. If you say, Lord, I want to be able to save $15,000 in the next 6 months, why are you spending money on frivolous things? Right. So then you need to take aligned action, put a budget together, seek wise counsel to help you. That is taking aligned action. And something else I want to say about this, because people always think that this is just like take crazy action, do it. No. Taking aligned action means that you're doing something that aligns with what your goal is. And as you're going about the doing of it, when you take that first step, you don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. But as you take that first step, what happens is you build momentum, and people want to help you along the way. People want to help you. They want to be around you. They want to contribute to it because everybody loves a come up story. So they want to help you and be a part of your story. Allow them to. But in order for them to be able to do that, you have to take action first. You have to build the momentum. The next thing is, especially if you're watching this right now and you are aligned with what I'm saying and who I am as a person, you are an entrepreneur or you are aspiring to be an entrepreneur. This means that God has put gifts on your heart that he wants you to bring to fruition into this world to help his people. That's responsibility. It's all fun and games being a business owner until you have to actually work the business and build the business, right? So you really want to make sure that during this time that you are creating your offer, that you are understanding fully and well who your ideal audience is, who it is that you are feeling called to help, how you are called to help them, and how you are going to package that, whether it's by your knowledge, whether it's by your skill, whether it's by your time, whatever it may be. You need to be able to commit to that and put all of that together. And if you need help with this, you need to be in the Aligned and actually, even if you don't need help, you need to be in the Aligned and Divine membership. This is my business and personal development membership that I have for women of faith who have a business, have an idea, or you are working towards it and you want to bring it to fruition. I help you with one-on-one support, but in a group setting, and we really go in on how to build your offer, how to market yourself. Because why are you so willing to go and market other people, multi-billion-dollar companies like Starbucks and Stanley and all these other companies, whatever? We already know. Why are you willing to do that, but you're not willing to talk about something that God has put on your heart for years? Years God has had this on your heart. Years, and you might have started and stopped. Well, if you want the next 6 months to actually fully be in your business and fully be able to help other people, because the thing is, especially as an entrepreneur, your purpose is not in with you. You are a domino effect. There are so many people who are waiting on you right now. Right now, you're doubting yourself, and there are people who are connected to you, whose destinies are connected to you. And you're doubting yourself, and they're waiting on you. People who are waiting to give you money because you are the answer to a problem that they have had for so long. Okay, so you know where to meet me? All right then. So once you've done that, then you also need to attract your people and really keep people around you who are inspiring you. Whether you have them in your life already or they're your internet friends, because I'm one of them, babe. Hi, hello, I'm one of them. I'm one of your girls now. We're in this together for real. And I don't mean that surface level. I mean, I am praying over you actively, very actively. We are in this together. I created this entire platform. God really called me to create this entire platform because you need it. Because again, it's not just me. It's everybody connected to me. It's every person whose eyes get on my page. They are affected too. You just watching this, if you're 6 minutes in right now, 6 minutes, 45 seconds in right now, you know that this is something, that this is for you, that you have purpose. So imagine if I didn't show up the way that God told me to show up, you wouldn't get this message. You wouldn't get what God is calling you to have right now, right? You wouldn't get this little spiritual kick in the butt, this little, fire under you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So you want to make sure that, first of all, you remember that you have purpose, and that you waiting on that doesn't help anybody. Actually, there's so many people who are connected to you. So make sure that you're attracting your people who inspire you, because keeping people around you who are not inspiring you but are actually taking from you, that's only taking from your energy, and your energy is precious. Your energy is so precious, and you need to pour that energy not only into yourself but into the kingdom of God. For real. Get serious. Anyways, the last thing is stay disciplined in your commitment. Stay so disciplined. By the way, this is like now 8 minutes. I made a whole YouTube video on this, but you need to stay disciplined in your commitment, because the Lord has so much for you. But you can't sit here and expect blessings and a windfall of blessings if you do not know how to steward them, or take care of them, or be responsible for them. He who is given little and does well with it will be given more. Okay? And by he, I mean you, girl. Okay, I'm gonna end this right here, but you heard what I said. I'm right there with you. We're rocking in. We're doing this little by little. Stay tuned. Stay and stick around, because I'm taking y'all on the journey, because the way that God has put this on my heart for y'all and for me, I'm actively doing this too. I'm stepping up in my business too. I'm not being afraid to promote myself, because I know that what I have is of value. You need to do the same way. Okay? We're locked in, girl.
Yes, you can totally change your life in 6 months. And I'm not just talking, I've been through it. I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. And at one point, I couldn't even find a job. It was tough. But guess what? 12 months later, I'm living the life I've always wanted. Yes, it's possible. First thing first, what do you want to do? You need to get clear on that. Do your research. Look up other people who've done what you want to do. See what they're saying. Found out if there's a course you need to take or skills you need to level up on. You gotta execute it. A plan is nothing if you don't take action. So write your plan down, research what you need to learn, find the right tools, and just get started. Set some short-term goals. Stay focused. Keep pushing. Yes, in 6 months, you'll be amazed at how much you've changed. Don't let anything hold you back. You gotta face challenges for sure, but that's all the part of the journey. It's about pushing through the hard times, keeping your eye on the prize, and staying positive. Remember, you got this. Stay positive, stay motivated. You go after your goals. All right, that's it for today. If you found this helpful, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to hear this. Catch you next time.
Because I got confidence and I worked hard for this. Waited way too long for this. Now I got confidence.